Hello everybody, you are looking at your new in-ear monitoring system. Thought I would make this into a video just so that you can watch it and learn how to use it when you have the time, and if you ever forget how to do something, you can always just refer back to this video. So everybody is going to have one of these mixing boxes by where they sit or stand, and you can control whatever you want to hear in your earphones. You don't have to ask whoever's running sound to do it anymore. So you can do it all yourself, which is really nice. Make things easier for everybody. Now this may look a little daunting at first, but once you get the hang of how to use this, it's actually really easy to use. So the first thing you need to know about these mixing boxes is that two people can use one box and have their own independent mix in their ears. So for example, you'll see here's a button that says mix A, here's a button that says mix B. And in this particular box that I'm standing by, it's the one by the keyboard, Melody, or whoever's playing keyboard, will be using this one, and Hope will also be using this one since she stands in this area. So if you're in mix A, and there's going to be a label, it's not labeled right now, but on each of these boxes there will be a label at the top of who's who. So in this case, right up here above mix A, it would say Hope, and then over here it would say, keyboard. So if you're plugged into mix A, before you start making any adjustments to what you want to hear, it's important that you press this button that says mix A. Okay? And then you can make adjustments. If you don't do that, if it's set on mix B, and you start making adjustments, you'll be controlling what your neighbor hears and not what you hear. So that can be a problem. So you'll hit mix A or B, whichever one you're plugged into, and these 12 buttons at the bottom correspond to these 12 groups here on the screen. And so, for example, group 1, PT mics, that's our 4 praise team mics are in that group. 2 is Joe, that's my voice and my guitar. 3 is piano and keyboard. 4 is all the other guitars. 5 is the drums. 6 is orchestra, so that includes Hope's violin and the trombones and the flute. 7 is the choir mics. 8 is effects. Probably won't need to use that one very much. 9 is opens, you don't have to worry about that one. 10 is the click track, which we'll start using at some point. 11 is playback, so that's all the stuff like the CD player up there in the booth or the computer, all that stuff. And then 12, it says auxiliary, and that's just the extra mics that you probably won't need to worry too much about. Brother John's mic, the baptistry mic, the offertory mic, all that is just stuck into that group. So you'll hit mix A or B, whatever one you're plugged into, and now let's say you want to adjust the volume of one of the praise team singers. We'll hit this button here, 1, because all the praise team mics are in group 1, and then it brings up 1. Now, this little knob here will control the volume of the entire group. So right now, so this group that I'm in, PT mics, has all 4 praise team mics. So I'm adjusting the volume of all 4 of those microphones at the same time. And controlling the whole group at once can be really convenient for a group like the drums, for example. There's multiple microphones over the drum set, but you probably only want to control all the drums at once. So in the case of praise team mics, for example, you probably only want to adjust just one and not all 4 at once. So to adjust individual channels, let's go back to the main menu. You'll hit group 1, and then you're going to hit this button here that says edit. And now you'll see these 4 boxes, and these buttons move to each one. So right now I'm on number 1. I'll press this button. It takes me over to number 2, number 3, number 4. And these are the 4 praise team mics. So if I want to adjust the volume of number 4, for example, I'll press this button to move over to 4, and then this knob adjusts the volume. Okay? So let's go through that again. If I'm plugged into mix A, I hit mix A. I want to control praise team mic 2. I'll hit 1, hit edit, scroll over to 2, and then adjust the volume right here. The other groups have, so for example, that group is really easy to do because 1 through 4 is praise team 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now the other groups, let's take guitars for example, group 4. I'll hit that, I'll hit edit. Well, now they're not labeled, they're just channel 10, 11, and 12, and that's the bass guitar and the other two guitar inputs. Now you're probably wondering, how on earth am I supposed to know which one is which? Well, unfortunately, we can't get the channel names on this box. It's a minor inconvenience, but and everybody's music stand will have a sheet, a label sheet, so you'll know which one is which. I know that's not ideal, but that's the best we can do. And I think that's it. Oh, and these monitor mix A, monitor mix B, this is your master volume. So everything you hear in your ears, you just turn the master volume up with this. Yeah, I think that's about it. If you have any questions, let me know. Forgot to include one thing. Everybody is going to get their own pair of monitors, earbuds, and it'll be in a little pouch like this. It'll have your name on it, okay? Your personal things. And it plugs in back here like I've got it. Oh, I've already got mine plugged in. And so you'll have these. Let me get them untangled. And what you'll do with these is you'll take, this is the right ear, and the way you do these is you give them over your ear like that, and then they plug in so that they don't fall out. And that's the way these work. Now, one other thing I wanted to mention too is that for our praise team singers, you will not have to worry about wires because you will get to use a wireless pack. But with the wireless pack, you'll still get to control your mix with one of these boxes because they're set up that way. So that's pretty cool that you get to do that. And I'll see you all on Sunday.